Veterans Day parade down in Dayton, VA. Driving the Model A, trying to make it home to the Veterans Day parade. Wiper don't have what it takes to make it. I can't find the defrost button. Okay, $9.50. Put a rebuild kit in the vacuum motor for the Model A. That's working a lot better than it was. I wouldn't say perfect, but it's cold out right now too. I just took some still pictures of taking the vacuum wiper motor of the Model A apart and putting a little rebuild kit together. What the vacuum motor kind of looked like on the inside and the parts. In case anybody was interested in doing their own, give them a little idea of what things look like. First time I ever tore anything like that apart. Well, today on the Model A truck, I'm hoping to put a little converter, because it's a 6-volt positive ground. And I'm going to put this little thing in. It has a off and on switch and a cigarette lighter receptacle and USB 2 receptacles so I can charge a cell phone. Of course, the battery's right down there under the floor, but I was wondering where to put it, and I see, you can see somebody's had a radio or something in this truck. They've cut a hole here underneath the driver's part where they sit. So I think I'm going to work on that just a little bit and put my receptacles and switch right there under the seat. So I'm going to mess with that. My original reasoning for doing this was when we had the windshield all frosted up, and I was going to get a cigarette lighter defroster to put in here. But I found out the inverter doesn't supply enough amps. I'm only going to get about 2.5 amps, and that wouldn't be enough for a heater. So I'm just going to be able to charge a cell phone and stuff like that. Maybe get a Bluetooth speaker, and we can listen to Pandora music off my wife's cell phone. Okay, that's enough for now. Okay, I got the inverter all done on the Model A truck. The first inverter I put in didn't work. Either I got a bad one or I hooked it up wrong. It ruined it. Well, I did hook it up wrong. Red always goes to red and black always goes to black, but not in the book when the inverter came. It's the red went to the negative on the battery. So anyway, but I got everything hooked up and running on this new inverter, which was a lot cheaper. I got a switch that turns the inverter on, and then it kind of lights up. 2 receptacles for the USB and 1 receptacle for the cigarette lighter if I want to run something on that. And then an off and on switch turns the inverter off. So like I said, the hole was already there for where somebody had a radio or something in that. And there's that's the inverter there. There's what the inverter looks like. Okay, so now we're ready for a long trip. We should be able to charge the wife's phone while she plays music on it with a Bluetooth speaker. 21st of December. I'm driving the combine home. Took me forever to get it. This is a little bit what it looks like. Everything's kind of a touch screen on the computer screen there. Joystick, how you slow it down. Here's what it looks like pulling into home. I have to pull everything out, make room to put it in the barn. I can't show you a whole lot in the cab. Steering wheel looks like, I guess. Also got a 40-foot draper head for the beans and an 8-row corn head, which is what I had on the old combine. 2014 model. This is one of the Sawyer water filters I had on the Appalachian Trail. It seems to be plugged up now. I'm gonna see what they're made of, see what it looks like inside. I'm gonna cut it in half. Don't look like there's that much to it to me. This is the end. That's the outside. It feels like some kind of rubber bands or something. With an O-ring, so makes everything have to come through this, I don't know what you would call it. Some kind of fibrous rubber band stuff. Well, that's what the inside of a Sawyer water filter looks like. Just in case you wanted to know. Still helping my older brother with setting steel and putting some siding on his new barn. Still a work in progress. New auger. Except for those bearings are supposed to be in that hole right there. The swing away auger part needs a little work done. That bearing housing used to be. I don't know why these holes are cut in the safety screen here. There's 4 holes. Other than that, it looks pretty good. I think it's a 2009 model. 10-inch, 72 foot long. Bought this auger at an auction, a little bit bigger than my old one. It's a frosty morning. I worked on this last night till dark. They welded that 3/16 plate on the end. Made it so things didn't want to match up on this end. I put a new universal joint in there. I can't get that bolt to go through that hole. I got the bolt on the bottom side, but just don't quite line up there. But I'll get it. That's what I'm working on this morning. Well, it's 20-something degrees. Got the auger all ready to unload crops out of the grain bins. Also had some strong winds that blowed some trees down on the fence. And cutting firewood for the wood stove is a never-ending process. Also, you either love ice cream or you're wrong. The end.